Yes, people, what's going on? Bit of a different setting. I'm not recording the whole video like this. I just thought I'd do a snippet. But yeah, man, I mean, it looks like Martinez ain't the man, and that's a positive. So we can, you know, move on, hopefully. Oh, look, just give it to Duncan for... just give it to Duncan for 6 months on an interim basis. We ain't going to go down. If we finish 17th, I'm not bothered. Duncan will get us winning our home games because he's got the passion and he's got the fight. We'll get behind him. We'll get behind the team. You know, I feel like he'll drop the players that need to be dropped. He's got the brass balls. He's got the cojones. So for me, yeah, I'd absolutely just give it to Duncan for 6 months. If we lose all our fucking away games, who cares at this point? Just win the home ones. Just win the home ones. Keep us in the league. Starting at Villa, you know, Duncan Ferguson's currently the medical team, the fitness coach, the running coach, all of the stuff that Benitez had. I mean, the bench is going to look very empty on Saturday. I mean, literally, it's just going to be Duncan Ferguson on his own and the substitutes. It's brilliant. But I'll just give it to him. Just give it to him on a 6-month basis and see where we are in the summer. It's just, if he's done a tremendous job, then give him another 18-month deal, 2-year deal. He's not going to rip the club to pieces if we have to sack him from that position. And equally, he won't step away from the club. He'll just do a different role. Maybe he'll be the you know, I don't know, a coach again. Who knows? I just don't think he'd destroy the club if he's not good enough for the job in the long term. But in the short term, 6 months, passion, wins us games at home. All about that. All about that. Certainly more than Martinez anyway. But let me get home and let's get into this video. All right, peeps. All right. Give me 2 seconds. And voila. So as I was saying, yeah, Martinez isn't the man. And give it to Dunk for 6 months. Just give it to him. Just let him try, let him experience it, let him get some experience, because I think he did 4 or 5 games. We didn't lose a game. I mean, people seem to forget that we played Man United, Chelsea and Arsenal in that period and didn't lose a game. I can't remember who the other game was, but we didn't lose one. So, look, I'm not against Duncan Ferguson at all. I'm not against him having the job on a permanent basis. Like, I'm not. I don't necessarily think he's right long term, but I'd rather back him than some of the people that have been linked with the job. So, look, 6-month deal. If he's done well, see where we are in the summer. If he genuinely does want it and can prove to us that he's got a plan, he's got a set idea, because the hard thing for Duncan is no one above him's got a plan. And we've seen it. Mashiri hasn't got a plan. Ken Wright hasn't got a plan. Denise, I don't know what she does. And there's no director of football now. If I was Sharpie, he's been put on that board as a sort of go-to between the fans, the players and the board. Martinez does not speak. You know, he doesn't scream of Sharpie saying we don't want him, because he saw the banners, he saw everything. So if he's just a yes man, he may have proved it already. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about board level shit, but it's a mess, and that isn't changing. So that's that. And we've been linked with loads of other managers, Lucien Favre, good manager, doesn't know the Premier League, doesn't know relegation battle. Does he fancy an Everton side with both hands tied behind his back? Who knows? Potter's distanced himself, which I think he's right to do. I wouldn't do it. Rooney would take the job. Ferguson, Martinez would have loved to take the job, but there's an issue with the Belgium FA. Thank you. So, you know, we're in this boat, we're in this mess again. And you know, I put a tweet out joking earlier about, and actually I mentioned it in the earlier bit of the video about Duncan having all of these roles. He's the cone getter, upper, putter, outer. He gives people the bibs. He's the first team coach, the statistics man, he's the football analyst, he's the fitness coach, he's everything at the minute, and it's ridiculous for a club that's invested £568.9 million in this group of players. The coaching staff have cost God knows how much other money. You know, you're talking Mashira's investment is probably like 800 million, which is scary. Like, it's scary. And the club have no direction in this sense, and this isn't just a rambling video, because who do I think should be the manager? Well, I've said it should be Duncan, because I'm not saying we're going to go to away grounds and win, but what I will say is the fans will get behind those players, every single one of them, and if they're not good enough, we've seen it before, Duncan will be ruthless. He did it with Moise Keane, didn't put shift in, he got subbed. I don't think you'll be seeing subpar performances from Michael Keane and some of the others in that side with him in charge. I don't think you'd see him. So, you know, this is a bloke that utilised Mason Holgate in centre midfield and made Mason Holgate look like a good footballer. So he's got something, Ferguson. He can relate to the players, he can relate to the fans. He ticks every box in terms of getting us back offside. It's just the longevity. And I do get the reluctance. I feel it too. But we don't know what the summer's going to look like. We don't know what managers are going to be available. Giving him a 6-month deal is not a bad move. And it's certainly a better move than Martinez. Martinez conceded 144 goals in 3 years at Everton. I think in his last season he conceded something like 65 to 70 goals. It was unacceptable on every level. It was terrible. The football at the end was horrendous. There was banners everywhere in the stadium. There was songs. There was it all over the stand. He's not the man. So if it's got to be Ferguson, give it to Ferguson. And if the board want to come out and give it to someone on a permanent basis in January where we are now, then give it to someone who can form a plan quickly, who knows what they're going to do, who will give some direction. You know, Rangnick isn't doing a great job at Man United, but he knows a philosophy of football. Now, I'm not saying he fits Man United, and I'm not saying he would be a good fit for Everton either. I don't know. But what I'm saying is someone of that character trait, someone who can be a director of football and equally be a manager, someone who can do both roles, somebody who can adapt their style for change, someone who can adapt to working with people, because at the minute we also don't have a director of football. So we need a manager, not a coach. Do you get what I'm saying? We need an old-fashioned manager, someone who can speak to players, someone who can talk about the youth policy, someone who can do all of these facets of being a manager, rather than just getting a set group of players and trying to get the best out of them. I don't know if Ferguson is that. I don't know if any of the people that we've been listed are that. But what I do know is we either appoint the director of football and appoint a manager ASAP as well in the same week, or we go and get a manager who can do both and just see it out to the end of the season and come up with a plan, which is exactly what Simon Jordan said. And I don't always agree with Simon Jordan, but what he's been saying about Everton is absolutely spot on. Victor Anichebe today, spot on. You know, there was people in the space last night, spot on. Yannick Bolasie, spot on. This club has absolutely no plan, no purpose even at this moment in time. And the only thing that is sort of keeping its head above water is us as fans trying to get the board to listen to us. And what a shit situation that is. You know, have you ever known a board sit there and be silent? You know, go and approach people that clearly the fans don't want on 2 separate occasions now. That is this Everton board. They don't give a fuck what we think. They don't give a fuck what we say. And that needs to change. And Sharpie, in his first potential moment of it, I don't know what he's done. Maybe he did say Martinez is a no-go. Maybe he did fight against it. Who knows? I don't know. But for me, it's very odd. Like, it's just the board is very odd. How you can't listen to all of those fans is a disgrace. And Bill Kenwright came out in his press conference when he announced Roberto Martinez as the Everton manager. He came out and he said that he came across really well, and that Kenwright listened to the fans. Well, that board have not listened to the fans on this occasion. Not once have they listened, and that is a disgrace, because what the board are and what the owner is are fuck all without us, and they should remember that and respect us a lot more, and yet they don't. So That's my take. Guys, I'm leaving it there. It was just a short video tonight. You got 3 yesterday, so you're fucking lucky. Apart from that, look, keep smiling, up the toffees, and we'll see if we have a better day tomorrow. Peace.